Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Dallas. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Dallas's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give her while we are working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Dallas has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. Dallas is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. And Fred and Dallas take off doing that now. The command you want to use is Dallas heel, and then you just start walking, and she'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. And we've also incorporated an automatic sit into our heeling, so anytime Fred stops his feet, as he did right there, Dallas sits. It's important during heeling that Dallas walks at your pace on your left-hand side. She shouldn't try to pull ahead or lag behind. If she does attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, the first word out of your mouth is no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and repeat the command to heel and start walking again. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate is the stay command, which is a hand and voice command. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Dallas's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build up some self-control in Dallas. Start practicing this one at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3. And when Fred returns back to her, he's going to walk all the way around her, providing an added distraction as he goes behind her and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She remained seated throughout, so he gave her a little praise and they take off heeling again. I'll show you a little more of the heel, sit, and stay. There's that automatic sit there. And he gives her the stay again, and back out to the end of the training leash. And this time, instead of returning back to her, he'll demonstrate the come or recall command. You call her into you using her name and a nice voice, and she comes and sits in front. And then we have an exercise called the finish, where you're going to heel her right around the back of you to get her right back to your left-hand side, and she sits. He'll demonstrate it one more time. Leave her in the sit, give her a stay, out to the end of the training leash. Call her in using her name. She comes and sits, and then the finish, you heel her right around the back of you, and right back to your left-hand side heel position, and she'll sit. Very nice. It's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Dallas, about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside or outside your home, and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine with Dallas. It helps to keep the commands fresh in her mind. Next, we'll be showing you our down commands. The first is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives her a stay and walks out to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to build up that self-control in Dallas. Start practicing this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up in increments to about 5. And when he returns back to her, he'll walk all the way around as he did on the sit stay and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She remains in the down throughout. He gives her some praise and they take off heeling again. We'll show you that down again when they come back around. And also you see Dallas is doing very well, but if for any reason she doesn't respond to one of your commands, you always follow through, so the first word out of your mouth is no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and then you repeat the command. He's going to give her the down again, and a stay, and back out to the end of the training leash. And this time he'll demonstrate that come or recall command right out of the down. Calls her in, and she comes right up and in and sits in front. And then the finish, he heels her right around the back of him and gets her right back on that left-hand side. Nicely done. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. This will be the down from a distance. You're going to put her in a sit, give her a stay, walk out to the end of the training leash. It's the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop her into a down from the end of the training leash. She started to come in instead of going down, so he gives her a no, and he repeats the command. Excellent. And then he'll return back to her once again by walking all the way around, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands we've worked on with Dallas here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Dallas, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.